Boys night. Get a Stream Deck there, bud.
I'm gonna get a Stream Deck. I'm gonna get
An Elgato TM Stream Deck.
I'm gonna get Elgato lights, and I probably will eventually move this whole thing into another room. That's probably what's gonna happen.
You're not gonna be in this outdoor, indoor.
I actually really like it because I like being by the windows and like seeing sunlight and stuff.
The casting atrium. That's what this is.
I like seeing sunlight. I don't know. I've always liked seeing. Don't you guys like seeing sunlight when you're playing video games?
It reminds me of what I'm missing, so no.
Absolutely not. No, No, it is.
Okay.
It is a constant reminder that you have evolved. You don't have to be out there under the burning radiation of the fucking sun.
Screw that big ball.
Wait, is that true? We've evolved if we don't see the sun?
I love being shown. Yeah, I love being shown outside's beauty and being reminded every second that I can sit inside and behold it. Like I get both. If the sun's shining on you inside,
I think you guys are both wrong.
No predators are going to come after you. Like,
just get a tanning bed, like a standing tanning bed. And then there's literally no reason to go outside.
I wouldn't need anything.
A standing tanning bed?
Yeah, padlock that thing shut and throw me in the basement.
Inject vitamin D before every
Get a drip
stream. Yeah, an IV drip.
Is she gonna run like a horse?
I mean, it says furry level.
Oh, I've seen something like this.
Why?
Oh,
that can't
God.
be. This has got to be some Boston Dynamics stuff, right?
What? Why?
I used to be able to do that when I was a kid.
Whoa, she can gallop?
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. She just looks like Gollum.
That's just gotta hurt.
Do you guys were on the internet in like 2004, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course I was.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever feel bad about the way that furries were treated in the 2000s?
No.
I don't remember how they were treated in the 2000s.
Yeah,
they were bullied pretty hard on the internet.
Uh-huh.
Were they?
You think they've become more socially accepted now? I feel like they still get bullied quite a bit.
I was going to say, they get bullied all the time.
I think we discovered the goalposts were much further out than just furries. So by comparison, everything kind of mellowed out.
Everything truncated a lot down.
Is there anything we're allowed to make fun of anymore on the internet? Anything. Because we're not allowed to, I mean, like, I'm not going to go through the things we're not allowed to make fun of because basically that's everything. So
you're basically asking, like, is there one thing that no one will ever have a problem with?
Pedophiles, right? We can still make fun of pedophiles.
But some people, you got to walk a fine line, and I say this having joyfully represented one.
Okay, there's a long pause
really
for whatever that was going to be.
Really worried about what he was going to say. You never know.
But no, I have had jokes about that, or any reference that it might exist, or that one, might be joking about, like, playing a bad character, but joking about liking it.
Oh, I see. Well, hopefully
that
it's Always Sunny, or like Seinfeld.
But there are people who even the representation of it bugs them, so they're like, you shouldn't do that. So.
Yeah, even mentioning it is a no-no.
Somebody said we can make fun of Fortnite.
Yeah,
true.
Fortnite's free game. It is less a free game.
We're allowed to make fun of Hitler.
Yeah, although Nazis are more relevant again. So there's depending on how you contextualize it, it could be.
Well, I'm still gonna make fun of it.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
I'm still gonna do it. Also, boomers.
Boomers are always fair game.
But that ran its course. It's played out now,
It did. It ran its course.
It ran its course very quick.
I guess it's still fair, but it's not cool.
Well, the good thing is the boomers don't know it's happening because they don't know how to use the internet. So it's like there's a whole... Although it has started to permeate real society.
They know how to use the internet. They make memes.
Boomer memes are great.
I know.
Oh, can we just look up boomer memes specifically?
Once the brands get into it, though, it's done.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
They did.
They did all right.
Quickly. Oh my! Oh, like Facebook memes, basically.
Elders react to boomer.
I don't want to see what any of
I want to see elders react to boomer memes. Like I want to see boomers react to content specifically made for them.
That's just them genuinely sharing it on Facebook.
Yeah, true. That's just scrolling through Facebook.
This is a boomer meme here.
Bet you wish you'd sang "God Save the Queen." Now you. Whoa!
That's a boomer meme.
That's a boomer meme, all right.
Get tossed over here. Oh yeah, this isn't YouTube. We can say bad words.
Ooh.
I mean, it'll be on YouTube.
Ooh!
It's going to be on YouTube also.
Yeah, you should be able to afford a house at 20 because you bought one for 11,000. Okay, boomer. Wait. So that's
wrong.
Okay.
I think you just want like I think if you just say boom.
This is a boomer one.
Yeah. I tell it like it is.
Oh yeah,
that's relatable.
Yeah.
I, unlike other people of my generation,
tell it like it is.
I tell it like it is. I'm a straight shooter.
That's my favorite. It's my favorite. My favorite thing. My favorite human thing. Is assuming that your one path through this life has qualified you to judge everyone's path, no matter what it is. I love it. Old people, man.
We're all allowed to judge everybody all the time because we all know the way everybody else lives all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen 5 episodes of Mandalorian, asshole. What have you done?
Oh, man. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a while since we talked.
I saw Mandalorian.
I know.
I haven't seen the latest episode. One came out today. I love that show.
No, it hadn't come out today.
Does it come out today? Is it
Friday.
on Wednesdays?
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Then yes,
at like
I am caught up.
30-ish.
Cool.
The reason I know that is because I'm generally up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sitting there with my Disney Plus up and waiting to go.
Yeah.
Doing squats.
I will say
Working on your cardboard Mandalorian.
I don't want this to become a Disney Plus promoted stream, so we're not. I don't know if we should like go hyper. I mean, we could if we want to.
No, we don't have to.
But I actually love Mandalorian specifically because, or at least the first few episodes were my favorite because they touched on so many elements that really felt like they're inspired by Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys thought that at all when you were watching it, but like there definitely seemed to be at least some writer in the writers' room that came from that game because they definitely seemed to just like some of the thematic elements.
You've
and like
been playing through it, right?
Oh yeah, I played through it
so
recently.
like that's why I wouldn't recognize it off of.
Yeah, I haven't played it since what 20 years? No,
Yeah,
like
it's
really
17, 18.
Oh, you should revisit it. It actually
It's
holds up.
old.
It
Yeah.
holds up pretty well.
I mean that's classic Bioware before they got
Before they sold out.
I don't know. I said they got bad a long time ago.
Yeah.
Wait, you did?
I've
When?
been banging that. Jade Empire was their first bad game.
Well,
Wasn't their first game?
KOTOR 2
Jade
was.
Empire? No, it was it was a mech game in like the late 90s.
KOTOR 2 was also not very good.
I actually
Yeah,
I
that
will
was
disagree with
Obsidian.
that.
That
I will
wasn't
disagree
Bioware.
with that.
That's fine. You can disagree with me.
Yeah.
But it's not a very good
It's
game.
a very different game than KOTOR 1.
It
not
is.
Bioware.
It's not Bioware.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, what was that? Was that?
No, it was Obsidian / Black Isle.
Oh yeah, it was Obsidian.
That's true.
I like Obsidian too.
But
Were they Obsidian back then? Can't remember what they were
wait,
called.
I thought Bioware was involved with that one. No.
They were-
I don't remember. They ran out of time. It was like not finished.
Yeah, it was definitely not finished, but
And there was a lot of reading. Oof.
yeah.
You can get Anthem for $10. Witch Hunter says.
Thick.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Is Anthem still going?
Yeah, oh yeah. Anthem's still going. It's one of those things though that they're gonna do if they invest money in it. It'll be like Battlefront 2 because like now's the time to play Battlefront 2, Criken.
I hear it.
It's real good.
Battlefront 2 has gotten better ever since
It's real fun.
their initial
They were
drama.
giving triple XP over the weekend.
Whoa!
What do you get for leveling?
Well, so no, at this point, if you want to level up all the dumb, stupid cards
Mm-hmm.
and the dumb, stupid weapons, you can do it in like 20 minutes,
Oh.
playing against robots. So you don't have to worry about playing against.
That was the big
anybody.
problem before is you couldn't earn anything play against robots pretty much.
You can do everything now against robots.
Okay. So I don't have to talk to anyone.
So you don't have to talk to anyone if you don't want to. That's why it's
Awesome.
Fun.
I can live my fantasy of being. Can I play Darth Vader?
Yes.
Okay, they made Darth Vader playable.
Darth Vader's been playable for a very long
Well, at
time.
the very beginning, they were like, "You got to pay to get Darth Vader." And I was like,
Not
"That's."
anymore. They changed. They actually.
I bet they changed that real quick.
They changed that real quick.
Yeah.
But now the game is actually a good game. However, it was given 2 years of development time.
Yeah, well, that's
So-
great. I mean, I think a lot of great games come back around after given more time.
They do. They do.
Does EA get any credit for that? So
I
Jedi Fallen
think
Order.
they do.
I think they should.
They should.
Yeah,
I don't think
I-
people do because they.
No one's
hate
ever gonna
EA.
bring that up. But,
Yeah.
And also Jedi Fallen Order. There's no. Well, I think there's like you can buy some skins, but there's no like loot box anything. It's just
I think
game
EA
you buy
should-
and you play.
I think EA should be given credit for that.
I think
as well.
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
My
Hey,
my
keep
unpopular
up the
opinion
good
is
work.
people give EA
Just
gold too
got a
much
new
shit.
job
I think
as a
it's like-
tennis
I agree.
coach at
It's-
the old
it's too
place
easy.
I
I
used
agree.
to
Somebody's yelling at us through.
train, so figured I would pay it forward.
Oh well, thank you. Shoot. Yeah, I don't. I think EA should be given credit for Fallen Order, for not meddling in Fallen Order, and then also for investing in Battlefront 2 for so long. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean,
Okay.
like,
Okay.
And they gave Apex guys their shot, right?
and they gave Apex guys their shot. I know it's not popular to be like, hey, EA's not so bad, guys, but parts of EA are not so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. The other parts of EA are really bad.
It's like they have the same batting average as any other publisher. It's just for some reason they got shoved out in front for everyone to like point and laugh at.
Well, it's because they were. I mean, I think they're one of the larger video game companies, right?
Yeah, and they don't really have like
Other than Take Two, maybe.
they haven't done a whole lot of work on their like image, if that makes any sense. Other game publishers will like have a face of the company that is pretty good at handling that stuff, or they'll like express some amount of levity or personality. EA is pretty buttoned up. So is like Activision.
Yeah.
UB puts out quirky or weirder games. Blizzard they've started anointing like developers, so
Well,
you can't
Blizzard-
get mad at Jeff Kaplan.
Blizzard's going down a path I can't follow.
Yeah.
There's
Diablo 4, Bruce.
There's a lot of things that they're doing that I'm like,
Oh,
I keep kind of like pushing myself away from them
Lilith!
further and further.
she's here
I mean, I'll play Diablo 4.
in
but,
like 4 years or whatever.
I mean, whatever.
That's exciting.
Jeff Kaplan's great, but I am never going to play Overwatch ever again.
Overwatch 2.
Really?
Overwatch 2, I might.
Put
What
a
did,
2
what did
on it.
Overwatch ever do to you?
It was never fun. I went back and
Wow.
realized it was never fun.
Wow.
I had played probably thousands of hours of that game, and I realized over the course of time that I was not having any fun, and it only made me upset. And like even playing other competitive games like Apex and stuff, I've had fun playing Apex, and because I've gotten competitive in those games too. Overwatch just didn't have any fun. The last year I played it, I didn't have any fun. Every time I stopped playing, have you ever thought about that when you stop playing a game and you go, "Did I have fun?" Do you think about it? Do you think about it?
Yeah.
And go like, you know what? I didn't have fun.
Like after like the sense of accomplishment like dies down, you're like, did I actually enjoy that
Did
experience?
I enjoy that
Yeah.
experience? And like Fallen Order is like amplified it for me. When I thought about it more, I was like, wow, I really enjoyed that. Like
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Overwatch is exactly the opposite. I would like go to bed angry.
Yeah,
about
it is.
Overwatch.
It does farm anger
It
pretty
really-
well.
It really
I mean,
does.
I think it's fun with friends. I've always like enjoyed
oh sure.
that dynamic.
Yeah, but I mean like playing it alone.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a
What
lot of games. A lot of
nightmare.
multiplayer games.
What a nightmare.
Yeah, like, I couldn't imagine playing like Counter-Strike alone.
Ugh.
I played it thousands of hours of Counter-Strike.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, I guess that's a different kind of person, you know, that enjoys this kind of games.
Yeah, I mean, like, but again, I think maybe Counter-Strike was less toxic. There were times that you could get into a game and, like, if you got, it was never like Overwatch. It was a feast or famine. It was like either, like, you just got destroyed for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or you played and you were like, you destroyed everybody else. Now, the feeling of beating everybody in Overwatch never felt as good as any other game that I played. And I don't know why. I'm not sure. I think it was the anger outweighed the fun for me. I don't know.
I have a theory.
Yeah. Tell
I
me.
think, and this is sometimes Overwatch felt very similar to League, in that
League was the same way. I felt,
Yeah.
felt
Yeah,
the same way about
MOBAs,
League.
I would
yeah.
say,
Yeah.
fall in the same boat.
for me at least, yeah, for a team-based game, especially when you don't know who you're playing with, it's so hard to isolate what you did right and what you did wrong in the sea of your teammates' performance. And when you want to find things to improve, to me that is what takes the edge off of failure, is having clear feedback about what I did wrong or what I can try to do better next time. And then comparing those things and noting any kind of improvement is how I like derive satisfaction from games like that.
Yeah.
But boy, it just gets so fuzzy in a game like League or in Overwatch,
Yeah.
where you can have the game of your life and it can be the worst game you've ever played.
Yeah, and
you
like,
can play terribly and have an amazing game because everything just seems to fall into place.
yeah, there's so many different factors of your teammates, the opponents, RNG elements, and that's why I guess people like pick a team and stick with that team because you're like, I can trust that you will be able to do at least this well in this lane, therefore there's like no unknown factor there, and I can focus more on my own thing.
I envy esports teams for that very reason because it's a bunch of dudes that got together. Like
It
I don't know
takes
if you.
so long to get there though. To have everyone have that mastery of the
Yeah.
game, to have that.
No, it does.
That vocabulary.
But have you ever played on like intramural anything like basketball, softball, volleyball, nothing like that? Okay, so like it's great because I did softball for years with the same team for like 5-6 years, and it was awesome because you could rely. You knew your teammates' strength and weaknesses.
Yeah.
So like when you got out there, you knew. All right, well, if there was a pop fly to left, you knew the guy in left was going to get it. Right? You always knew he was going to do it. And most of the time, he did because you knew the dude and you'd known him for years. So you could rely on each other, and that's why I feel like Overwatch never worked for me because you were constantly on a different team. You were never on a team where you knew what the strengths and weaknesses were of your teammates, and that's why I feel like multiplayer games in general, especially team-based games, and Overwatch is probably the strongest team-based game that I've ever played. You needed everybody to do well in that game. There was no carry.
Yeah.
And if everybody didn't do well, then you lost.
Yeah.
And that's what happened all the time in Overwatch. Like in Team Fortress, it didn't matter. So you could have two dudes that were really, really good at it and carry the whole team. And there was no carry in Overwatch. It's because Blizzard makes perfectly balanced games, which is that's a credit to them.
Yeah, people, I don't know if you're going to agree with that, but
Well, they're
It moves through-
in my
it moves through
opinion,
waves.
Yeah,
in my opinion, they're the closest to perfectly balanced.
Sure,
but I don't
sure.
think
Yeah.
any other.
I
video
do
game-
think it's very well balanced for
Well,
what it is.
Usually for Blizzard games, and you look at the math, that's incontrovertible. Like, one of the things I always loved about StarCraft, aside from it not being a team game, so I was able to isolate those things that I would always want to improve on, is that by the math, the three races would have a 33% win rate across
Yeah,
professional, across
that's
everything.
pretty awesome.
Can't really argue with that.
Yep.
I think Overwatch is different, I think, because you don't have that necessarily that clean math with it, because it is team-based and everyone has different characters. What I find fascinating about Overwatch and also other Blizzard games is they can be perfectly balanced, but the audience will perceive and agree on imbalance. It's like, we all think this is bad just because of how it feels or how it plays.
Yeah.
And then Blizzard can be looking at the numbers and be like, no, it's totally fine. Like, people that overuse that don't win anymore, but they still have to have that weird conversation with the audience of not telling them they're wrong, because boy, people hate to hear that.
Yeah.
But seeming to address those things or nudge players in the right direction through their patch notes and stuff like that. I don't know. That, to me, not even the act of mathematically balancing a game, but managing the perception of that game and its balance is so incredible to me.
No, yeah, I completely agree. That's I think a lot about multiplayer games because I played a lot of them, and I played like a lot of competitive multiplayer, and like I was in, stupid clans and all that other shit for Battlefield and stuff. Battlefield always felt more balanced, but again, one or two dudes could carry the team, even a large team. If you had one or two people that were really good at that game, then they could carry, and then like at that point you're like, well, at least that one guy is doing really, really well on the other team. It's like, that's why we lost. You can at least point to the one person.
The board. Guy with 60 kills and 2 deaths.
Yeah, and in Overwatch, I don't know if I could ever do that. I don't know that I could point to the other team.
They have like the gold and silver mechanics, so you can see.
But you could
those
never
are
see
relative.
kills.
They're all relative,
You
yeah.
never see kills and deaths, and they're relative.
Yeah.
And kills matter if they're the right kind of kills. Like, it has to be the right player in the right circumstance at the right time, killed in the right way. But like, I've seen Genji's get 1 million kills and still lose a match.
Yep.
The complication of the game, I think, abstracts it out to the point where it's where it's very difficult to derive clear, I think, feedback.
That's because Blizzard would hide data. They didn't give you everything. They would hide data. Well, because they wanted to make sure you didn't feel negative about it. It's like, oh well, this one dude died 40 times or whatever.
It was
they didn't want to give
objectively
other
your fault you
players.
lost.
They didn't want to give other
Just
players
say that.
information to dogpile on somebody. I think.
And,
for sure.
But see, that's, I don't know. I think that's kind of bullshit. I mean, like, for me, number one, if I'm the dude that died 40 times and like everyone's like, you died over, it's like, and then that happens over and over and over. Eventually, I have to go, all right, I'm the bad one at this game. I need to get better at this video game. But if I'm, dogpiled on only once or whatever, that's part of fucking gaming, man.
Yeah.
That's part of playing a game on the internet. You get dogpiled on. Like, when I'm on the bottom of a Call of Duty lobby, I know that I'm bad at it. And everyone's like, you're garbage. And I'm like, I know. Fuck. Like, I'm sorry. How else do I get better at this game other than playing it?
Yeah, than being bad for a while.
Yeah, so, and that's what I hated about Overwatch, is that they would hide the data.
Yeah.
I was like, why do you do this?
What do you think about a game that hides the data in like lower leagues or lower ranks, but once you hit a certain MMR, it starts showing you that data because I guess it judges that you're invested in them. Because really, I mean, it's,
you don't want to scare off someone too early, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's all about managing players and keep them playing.
Yeah.
But I think if you get to the certain point where they determine that you're invested enough or that you're accomplished enough at the skill levels, then yeah, they should start being a little more transparent about the game mechanics and the game stats. Oh, maybe.
That's called the ELO.
Yeah.
Where basically, like, what does that stand for, Lawrence? Do you know offhand? I don't know what ELO stands for, but that's
There's a Wikipedia article on it.
In Overwatch, you get caught in ELO hell, which is nobody knows how well anybody else is doing, but you're all in like the gold rank or the rank below that.
A lot of gold matches.
And it's just like, you don't know if you're getting better at the game. That was always my complaint. I was like, I have no idea if I'm getting better at this video game or not. No idea.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're solo queuing, it's impossible. Because I would play like tank and healer, and when I would be tank or healer, I'd feel like I did a good job. I would keep people alive for a very long time. I would stay alive for a very long time as a tank. But I would get random feedback from my teammates about what I was doing right or wrong. And I don't know. It's like at a certain point, it's obvious it's not your fault. But on your 10th loss, that's all you can control. So it's so hard to be invested in something, but also be okay with not being in control of the outcome. It's kind of where I would always emotionally fall.
Yeah.
Like, why do I care so much about something that is so in the wind? And then if you stop caring, you stop playing well, or you stop trying to learn, I think.
That's right.
So I don't know I've never learned how to manage those two things. To be like, I want to try to be very good at this, but also, sometimes you just lose. It's hard for me to do both.
What's the most competitive game what's the most competitive you've ever gotten in a game, Criken? Ever?
I don't get competitive minigames, actually, but this is fun that you bring that up, because just a couple days ago I tried competitive Pokemon like on stream for the first time.
Oh, like versus other
How'd it go?
people?
Yeah. So I opened it up to my viewers, and I'm like, look, you guys have been watching me build my team for like the last month. Like,
They got
let's,
all the
let's see
data
how
on
this
you,
goes.
though.
Yeah, they know you.
And they did. They definitely knew me. I think I went about like around even. It was like
That's not bad.
in terms of the wins to losses. There
There's
definitely
Kappa's in your chat there. I see that though. That's interesting.
there definitely was like the meta teams.
He got
and
slapped.
okay,
Yeah.
look, they're mean. All right, we've already
I don't believe
established
them. I
this.
believe
Have you
you.
murdered
Yes,
a 12-year-old
thank you.
apparently?
Oh yeah, the very first person I just did like a random match, and it was just like clearly like a kid that looked online like good Pokemon and just got that list, and I just completely swept the floor with him, and everyone's like, "Why are you even doing this?" So whenever I played a random match, I had a good time, but when I played against my viewers, they usually, I mean, it was a little more difficult. But I kind of discovered that there's like this whole meta that I was purposely not looking up, but you have to.
Yep.
Otherwise, you'll just literally get swiped by the exact same thing every
Yep.
single time. So I haven't told them this yet, but I have been secretly working on my pseudo counter meta team that I have
Whoa.
not shown anyone. So I'm just gonna show up on stream.
That's awesome.
What
I'm
if they're
just
already
gonna
prepared
see-
for it? What if they're already
They're
prepared?
gonna. They will already be prepared for it.
Yeah, I'm
But that's
thinking.
cool.
I'm thinking on it. You know, it's
That's-
gonna be.
Look, I knew it. Your
Yeah.
chat's like, I knew it.
So
Nani?
So you're actually describing a really fascinating thing because it like connects to what I was saying about the perception of balance, and if the player base assumes and agrees that this is what we're all going to do, if you don't play that way, you will lose.
Yeah,
Even if it's
yeah.
not the right way to play.
That's right.
It's wild, and I've seen, and I feel like I got there with a couple of games where like the game as you perceive it is not the game you have to play based on the way other people just choose to play. There's like an invisible agreement there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because sometimes
Yeah, like using legendaries, for example. Everyone's like, oh, okay, you whipped out this guy. Like, you know, clearly you're just trying to get an easy win. And then if you can beat them, there's like an added, you know, element to that.
yeah,
So,
if you do it your way.
yeah, if you do it your way.
Instead
exactly.
of following the flow chart. It's fun too because sometimes you'll hear cyber athletes. I'm going to use the most lauding term I possibly can. Kind of complain about that process is that they like the game but they hate the game. I think that's one of those weird moments where like I think what was it? Leffen was just haranguing on Smash Ultimate. I don't know if it was exactly that, but I have seen a lot of people like complain about fighting games and complain about strategy games because people settle into these frames of mind and methods of play that you have to follow because everyone does it. So you have to do it too because if you don't, you'll just lose.
But some of the coolest shit is like sometimes somebody like the Overwatch is a good example. Overwatch League, when you're watching, most teams have a specific meta, and because of the balance that the game has established. However, sometimes you'll see a team, and this is an analogy for maybe not everybody on the internet, but football. A good example is football because when you're watching football, if there's like you're like, oh yeah, well they're gonna kick a field goal. They're never gonna fake it. They're never gonna fake a field goal, but you can. And that's what's so exciting is when a team decides to fake a field goal, because a field goal is sort of a given. It's like, they're going to kick it through the arches, whatever, 3 points. But if you fake it, then there's a chance that the team could fake it and it'll throw off the whole meta of the game. And that's what's cool in Overwatch League is like sometimes you'll get somebody in there who's like, they've decided they're going to play Winston and they're going to do it like crazily. And then that throws off the whole meta of the game and it basically like changes the meta of the game. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's innovative.
I will say, yeah, so we were talking about esports before, or I guess just in general competitive gaming. Although I don't like doing that myself generally, it is really fun to watch like competitive Overwatch. I did actually enjoy, I went to like, was it BlizzCon, not this year, but the year before, and I went and I just saw like 4 matches in the...
I'm sorry.
It's awful. Who would?
Okay, no, that's great. I thought he was eating dirt for some reason. It looked like
No, he's throwing up.
I know he's throwing. It looks like it could go either way. You know, it's like that pose is so versatile. Anyway, from watching the Overwatch League, it was actually really cool. The announcers did an amazing job of contextualizing what was going on because I don't play Overwatch very much at all, but understanding like, you know, this person's famous for this character, and their whole team is like getting them in a position so they can do that character at their best, and then seeing that like actually come to fruition was like really cool.
It's cool. It's really neat. It's something that obviously like sort of like you're doing, where the player had been practicing Winston for a long time, and with his team, right? Like he's like, "Oh, we're gonna do this thing during the finals, and it'll fuck everybody up." It's like what you're doing with your Pokemon team. Like nobody knows.
Yeah. Except I don't have a team. It's just me.
Oh, well,
it's just
that's
me
true.
alone.
That's true. But nobody knows your team when you get online
Sure.
and you finally play. Everyone's like, "Oh, Criken."
But then once I've shown it, then I got to make a new team because they're all going to counter that one. So
that's correct.
Really, streamers should never try to be competitive in a game that can be counterable because you just can't do it.
You're right about that.
What's crazy is like pro players are typically so many like just like galaxy brains ahead of a like good competitive player to the extent that they even know about those surprise plays too. Like they know about the meta and they're like if they play the meta we'll do this. But they already know what would beat the meta. They're just waiting on someone else to do it. And then the meta shifts and now it's here. But they're already 3 steps ahead of that too because they play the game so much.
It's like chess.
Yeah.
It's like they've thought ahead, chess has thought 15 moves ahead and you're never going to beat those dudes. So don't even try. It's the lesson that I've learned. It's like, well, at least in video games they can matchmake you with the other garbage people, so that I'm playing with garbage people.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll get a win with garbage people. Hey, that's fun.
Yeah.
At least I got a
One
win.
of the fun phenomenons. So we were talking about like gold rank. Then there's the other side of the board, which is like low priority pools in like things like Dota and other ones where
What's that?
you don't know what this is?
No.
So Dota's got like a self-policing system where if you're reported enough for being a toxic player or for leaving early or whatever it might be, you get dumped into this low priority pool, which is basically like after everyone else in the high priority pool finds their match, then they'll like try to match up all the scum and low priority, and it becomes this just like it's like a wasteland of because Dota's like a long game. Like if you're gonna do a game of Dota 2, you're in there for a long run.
It's soul crushing.
And
to
so
be in a bad Dota match.
Imagine sharing that with other people who are notoriously bad. It's like it's a Suicide Squad. There's a Suicide Squad of people they put together for like 2 hours at a time, and at any point, if someone's not having fun, they'll just leave.
Yep.
And then you have less fun because of it. It's like
it's still 40 minutes left.
Yeah, because you got to play out
you're
the
down
match,
a person.
right? They're not gonna. Are they not gonna re-queue somebody into that match, right?
No. There's no requeuing.
You can vote surrender, and then your teammates don't.
Yeah.
Because they hate you.
Yeah.
And I've had that said to me directly out loud. Like, I'm not surrendering because I want you to be.
I specifically hate you.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little. It was an interesting moment. It sucked to be there. That was actually in Heroes of Newerth a million years ago. But yeah, man, the internet's great. And like for the people that are bad, they've tried harder at being bad too than you have at being good.
They have.
So even if you
You're
get
right.
matched with them, you think like, I've been trolled before. No, man.
No, they have. They've tried.
Yeah.
It's like they've.
It's a skill they've honed.
It's really confusing to me why people spend time, and so to me, I'm like, dude, fuck it. If you're gonna troll, man, just download hacks. Just download hacks and go out there and play with the fucking hacks. Like, why would you sit there and troll and be like, I'm gonna leave during a competitive match, or like, I'm gonna sit here and play the last 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave, and then and then I'll wait for the punishment to go away in Overwatch, and then go back in and do it again. Why would you ever do that? Like, they're spending hours of their time trying to make other people feel like shit. That's like it's so mean. The whole thing is so fucking mean. Just download a hack, man.
I think it gets
Just
you
be a
closer.
hacker.
Like you can set it you set goals for yourself, right? Being good at the game, hard to get to.
Yeah.
Intentionally ruining every match you go into,
very easy
you
to
have
get to.
100% control.
And you can arguably get even more like reaction and impact on other people's lives.
That's a good point.
From the ladder.
I think
that's why people do it. They want to have some modicum of control over their own life.
That's a really good point.
And they exercise that by fucking other people's over, which is just the worst part of humanity, but also like no, it's interesting in its own right. So
man, that sucks though. Like
yeah.
And you're absolutely right. It's the control. It's about being able to control the outcome and control the way other people feel, because you can't do it with your skill. So you've got to do it with, your ass. Which fucking sucks, dude.
yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Just don't play that fucking game, dog. Go play another game. Or download a hack. And then download a hack, go be a hacker, because everybody in the server will all go, it's a hacker. Yeah. No big deal.
I've never heard someone advocate for hacking as much as you are right now, Bruce. I'm a little...
The reason is because I've done it. I've done it.
Oh
I've
my
done
god!
I've done it a lot.
Bruce is a black
and
hat. Yeah.
I did it, and it was obviously never competitive, because I did this years and years ago when it wasn't competitive. But I just did it when I was like actually just playing in random pub servers. It's so much fun.
Okay.
It's the most.
Right now,
fun.
I'm going to draw attention to this.
Yeah.
My chat is completely horrified. My chat,
I don't give a
although
fuck.
they're angels, okay, you're hurting their ears.
I don't give a shit.
All right, and your chat's like. I mean, no, they also.
They're also horrified. Yeah.
No one is with you on this.
Also, they already know.
Okay.
Well, no, but I mean, I've said this plenty of times on content. No, I download a hack and play in pub servers, because again, in a pub server you can leave. So you, like, if everyone's getting hacked, you just go the new server, right? And then if you don't want to play, then you just leave. It's really that simple. And I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying if you're
You
going
are
to be
saying do it.
No, I'm not.
You've already said multiple times do it.
I'm not. I'm saying if you're an asshole, do it.
Okay,
I think
that's such an easy.
Yeah, but it's
Aren't all
better
hackers
than,
assholes?
Yeah, probably. But it's better than.
that
But it's also better than playing in a competitive match and then leaving and like sitting there and planning the demise of the whole team versus hacking in a pub server.
Yeah.
Totally different. Totally different. It's also really fun. You should try it. It's really really fun.
Just said do it.
It's
He just
really,
said do it. He
I-
just,
I-
to me,
to
I'm
only
on the
you,
record.
To only you.
Okay.
Yes, to only you. You should try.
Does
it.
that make it better? I don't know.
Yes, it does. I'm not telling thousands of people to do
Okay,
it. I'm
just
telling
one,
you.
just me. Okay.
I'm telling you, you should try it
Uh huh.
because it's fun.
What if you get banned?
If you get banned, then fuck it. You got banned. So what? Move on.
They caught me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things where I think, in that case, you can just do it in a pub server, and you got your fucking thrills. You know, like you didn't have to. You weren't doing it in a match that people actually care about, whether or not it's their ranking or something like that.
So how do you feel when you're playing in a pub server and you're streaming? Let's say you have like the best game of your life, and you get like killed by a hacker.
It's
and
great
go headshot.
because I go, it was a hacker, and I move on. It's really that easy. It's like because
I mean-
and also the whole server, the entire no joke, it mobilizes them against that one person.
And you are fine with being that one person that's mobilized against.
No, I haven't done this in years. And also, yes, I'm totally fine with it because
Okay.
it's hilarious. But regardless,
He is these people. He is
Yeah.
the low priority people.
I mean, you gotta understand.
well,
You gotta
I would
understand
never,
their mindset.
I would never hack in a competitive match. That's what
Okay.
I'm trying to say.
Well, I
Um,
mean, low priority isn't necessarily competitive. It's like, I mean, there's like an inherent MMR, right? Like your rank goes up
Oh,
and down,
sure, yeah,
but
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
not a ranked. Like in Dota, I don't know if there is even like a casual versus ranked. I haven't played in years, so.
there's- right?
Yeah,
What?
me neither. I don't remember.
You can only play competitive?
I just remember.
Well,
playing,
it's just like your account is tied to a skill that's
Oh,
like hidden.
no
right?
version of playing Dota that's just
Oh.
like just.
I
For
think
fun.
so. I don't know.
There really, there's no version of Dota that you
I mean,
can
I
play?
just
When
mean,
I played,
I
that's
just
the
mean
case.
philosophically. You don't go into Dota and be like, I got 20 minutes. I want something light.
All right, modded Dota games are pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
Like
like
when-
I guess that's true.
I mean, I guess that's just not Dota. Then.
Well, also, yeah, GTA hackers. See, like, this is, by the way, GTA hackers, no.
What? How is that
But they
different?
spawn like UFOs.
That's the
and
exact
stuff.
same thing.
Hold on. I'll tell
That's
you,
wacky.
I'll tell you why.
I like
Okay.
hackers in GTA.
I mean, I kind of do too, but I'll tell you why it kind of sucks
Makes it
because
more
because
GTA
people have spent real money to be
mm,
on GTA Online
That's a
and
good
do
point.
shit with the. That's the problem. So like,
But a hacker doesn't destroy whatever money you've invested.
no, that's true. You're right. But I mean, like, and again, like,
But they skip the line,
I'm
yeah.
fine with it, but I understand why people are bothered. It's because they've spent hundreds of dollars on shark cards and all that other shit, and like they want to drive their jet around and like have fun, but then like somebody spawns a fucking UFO in front of them. Right, that sucks because they've spent a bunch of money. I get it.
How's that different than buying a game and wanting a clean multiplayer experience?
Because you could just go to another server in GTA, I guess. That's true. That's true. Again, I'm not. It doesn't bother me. Hackers are
okay.
part of the internet.
What about this?
Yes.
Hackers that specifically target a person and screw them over in particular.
That's shitty.
Okay.
That's total garbage.
Yeah.
I actually think that's like.
What if that person's a pedophile?
That's a combination of what we're talking about.
What if the person's
And
a
it's a pedophile. They should probably be put in jail
he's-
forever.
Which one?
The hacker
Both?
or the pedophile? The hacker's Batman.
Put him
at
in the
this
same
point.
jail.
Wait, what are you talking about? Which one? I thought it was all one person.
The person who's being targeted by the hacker.
Yeah.
Wait, if the hacker's targeting a pedophile?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like vigilante
Mercenary
justice.
justice.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
vigilante justice.
All right.
It's like Darth Vader killing the Emperor.
Okay. Well, did he kill him though?
It is like that.
Good point.
I
And
don't
Darth
know.
Vader, kind of a pedophile, sort of. How old was
he?
How old was Amidala supposed to be? Episode
Ew.
two?
Amidala's
No,
older-
he
oh.
was.
Oh, she was. Yeah, he was the
he,
young one.
she's
he
the
was the
pedophile.
yeah.
Okay,
He
well,
was
never
the
mind.
young one.
I mean, you're not a pedophile if you're a child and you're chasing after adults.
No,
are you?
that doesn't.
What's the word for that?
That's a reverse.
Oh, this is a good question actually. Metal burning in your chat, Criken. What about that Fortnite content creator who got a lifetime ban from hacking strictly for content?
Ooh.
Did you? So this was an interesting thing.
I don't
so
know the story.
so the story was I forget the guy's name, but he's a content creator, plays Fortnite all the time, just like one of us, and he was hacking and got a lifetime ban because he was hacking. And apparently that's what Fortnite does. Generally, they ban your account, and then you can no longer play Fortnite anymore. But since he was a streamer when he was banned, he probably can't make another account and go play, right? Because Epic will then see that he's playing on another account and ban that account. Ninja commented on it.
Oh yeah.
And Ninja was like,
said it was not fair.
he was like, dude, this isn't fair. He's a content creator.
He said the consequences were different.
He said, well, no, yeah, so the consequences
Which is
were
true.
So this is, I'm getting to my question.
Sorry.
Yeah, because so basically what Ninja was saying was like, hey, the consequences are different for a streamer versus just a hacker. Just some dude at home playing who got banned. He can make another account, play whenever he wants. But the content creator got banned, can never play again. Never play Fortnite again. Because, like I said, Epic will go and find him again and be like, oh, he's streaming this? Fuck, he's banned again. And Ninja said, the consequences should be different. What do you guys think?
I would agree. I don't know what the...
A lot of people didn't.
Boy, I absolutely don't agree at all.
Okay.
Gosh.
Well, okay, what was the hack exactly? I'm not really
I think
sure.
it was just like an aimbot or a wall hack or something. It was him playing Fortnite with
one would say making it for content is worse than just using it because you're popularizing the perception that a lot of people hack in the game.
That's a good point.
You're popularizing the information about the hack.
Really
You're driving people to try to discover it on their own. I mean, in terms of consequences for Epic, that's worse than just some 14-year-old.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I didn't know it was just an aimbot. I thought it was like when he was generating content. I thought it was like a custom lobby where he was making
no. He's
also
cool
he's
shit.
like playing Fortnite with other people.
If he's a good content creator, he shouldn't need Fortnite. Epic doesn't owe anyone to swim in their wake of the product they maintain.
Yeah. That's true.
So yeah, if and this is where it almost gets into free use territory. If more people were watching his content because it was about Fortnite and it was about hacks, but not about him or his work, then the ratio doesn't add up. It was more Epic's work in his work that caused it to be popular than his own contribution.
I could be wrong.
He didn't make the hack. He didn't make the game.
I could be wrong though. I don't. He wasn't known for hacking. This was just like him trying something out. He was good at Fortnite. But I know what you're saying. Your point is still valid. It's just, but it's more of like a. Pretty sure he just played Fortnite all the time, and then he was like, "Hey, fuck it, I'm gonna download a hack and go play and stream it." And so that's what he did. And got
well, it just sounds dumb.
Yeah,
it just sounds like a dumb
kid.
decision.
He was like 20 or something.
Okay.
I totally agree.
I mean, the only time I would see that's justifiable would be if it was a one-off piece of content where you're like, okay, let's see how an experiment. You're like, all right, let's see how an aimbot would actually change gameplay and what can you recognize are the signs of someone aimbotting. Then that I think is a little more defendable. But if it's just a fuck it, today's a hack stream.
I think that's what it was. I think it was just today I'm gonna play hacks.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's funny because I actually understood Ninja's point of view. It made sense to me because he's right. The dude that made, I mean, also Lawrence, I guess, and I'm not arguing with you, but I'll give you the counterpoint, which is he had marketed for Epic, probably in the thousands and thousands of dollars territory for Fortnite, right?
Yeah, but he got paid doing it. So
he got paid doing it, but
their business exchange was complete already.
Yeah,
well,
Epic didn't know him anything.
And that's what Epic is thinking, obviously, because they banned him. But it's one of those things where he's raised the clout of Fortnite because he's one of the major Fortnite. He was a big Fortnite streamer. Do you think that is in any way, shape, or form a trade? He can do what he wants with the game because he played it a ton and actually helped Epic.
Not substantially. No.
Okay.
If it wasn't him, it'd be somebody else.
Yeah, I disagree with that too.
And also that's a real. Not saying that you're saying this, but that is a scary sentiment to think about. That somebody can be too big to fail. I mean, I'm not fucking naive. I know it. Dr. Disrespect violated California state law, and his channel was suspended for a couple of weeks.
What do you mean, for the bathroom thing?
Bathroom thing, yeah.
And I don't care. That's not a hill I'm gonna die on, but. I get it. Some people are too valuable to punish accordingly to everyone else. So, I don't know. I think it's actually surprising, and I think speaks to Epic's long-term strategy about how they're going to maintain the image of Fortnite and the community of Fortnite, that they are being so universally tough.
Towing the line on a specific thing and not making it a kind of gray area middle ground. That's important.
Yeah.
But Epic doesn't need, they're in a position where people come to them.
Yeah, they don't need a specific streamer.
Well, that's what they were thinking, I'm sure, because they were just well, fuck this dude. He's a hacker, obviously. I don't know.
The hacking I was defending was specifically around closed lobbies, content where you're not ruining someone else's time.
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
And you're just doing cool shit.
Yeah.
Because we do that too.
Oh, I mean I think that's somebody was just talking about roleplay in my chat.
Yeah.
GTA roleplay, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, it's a hacked version of GTA.
Well, and everyone knows when you're going into that server, you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And it's funny because truthfully, again, when I was hacking way back in 2002 or whatever it was, playing CS:GO, that's what it was. You get into a server and there were 4 hackers, and it wasn't like there was no competitive mode. It was just like you'd go in and play, Ice World, and Ice World was just firing squads on either side, and there's 4 or 5 dudes that all have hacks.
Yeah.
And you go and play. You just sit there and like everyone's hacking everyone all the time. And that's the way it felt. It was fun. It's fun because you get hacked and then you would just download that hack and then do it. But it's totally different now. The communities are totally different now that it's all super competitive. Like Battle Royales, getting hacked in a Battle Royale is incredibly frustrating. I think that's really shitty. Because you've been playing for for a long time. You're getting down to the bottom 3 or whatever, and then you get fucking hacked. That sucks. That sucks. It's a totally different scenario. But anyways, I don't know.
Well, I got sponsor news, big energy drink sponsor news. Namely that for some reason Rain did not call me up. And I got to be honest, I'm at a loss.
You run out of energy drinks?
No, there's plenty. Don't get me wrong. I can't for the life of me figure out why I haven't landed that contract yet.
Which specific company? Because you changed.
I mean, any of them.
Yeah.
The information's out there. The sponsorship is there. I've demonstrated what I could do. Interactivity, man. That engagement was ridiculous.
Was it? Did anybody buy energy drinks in the chat?
I'm sure they did. We don't need to ask that.
Lawrence's chat, did you guys buy energy drinks?
I got the look, I got the juice, and they're not knocking at my door, and the only thing I can think of is that they just can't afford me. Or they think they can't afford me.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of no's.
Well, they're, it's Twitch chats, they like to troll, you know how it is.
They're trolling, I think.
Yeah, they're trolling, they got mountains of rain behind them or whatever. But, I mean, no, they don't, because I didn't get the check or anything, so I figured I was shooting too low.
Yeah.
Because, Rain, whoever...
I've never heard of Rain.
Yeah, they probably looked at the great engagement they were getting, and they were like, "Gosh, we can't afford this guy.
Right.
Why would we even?"
That's right.
They were put off from even reaching out.
Yeah,
that's because they knew your rate was going to be too high.
Yeah, I'm a little intimidating that way. So I thought I'd shoot for the top today, going with the Red Bull Peach Edition there. Peach Nectarine. I got a new product.
You think Red Bull's going to sponsor you?
I mean, they're the only ones who can, right?
I mean, you'd think so, but I think just to be safe, if you were thinking of buying a Red Bull, please only half of you do it, so you can organize it amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
We don't want too much of an inflection. We want to make
some
sure.
of it back.
Yeah.
Extort Red Bull a little bit. Be like, this is a taste.
When you buy a Red Bull, use creator
code. Yeah.
Sir Lar.
You get your Fortnite in-game Red Bull that recharges your shields.
Creator code Sir Lar.
Use that creator code.
I also don't
get
think
a creator code.
I don't think you've actually taken a drink out of any of these yet.
Well, no, I had to prop it up because I know that energy
There,
drinks.
He's gonna take a drink right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
gonna be
you tell us
delicious.
Hey, put your taste bud where your mouth is.
Tell it how it tastes. There.
My God, Red Bull, you've done it again, or at least you will.
Once I
A
get
couple
my
of days
money.
from now, yeah. Once that sponsor check comes through. So, also like, when I got back on my diet, I was being pretty slovenly in the past couple of weeks, but this
Is that part of your diet?
160 calories is actually going to be pretty hard to.
That is a pretty.
Wait, is that Red Bull?
That's a lot for.
Is that Red Bull
for a
sugar
can.
free?
It's not. I wanted the peach flavor though. I like peach.
Wait, that's not 160
They don't make
calories
peaches
per
without
can,
sugar.
is it?
It's absolutely 160 calories.
Per can?
I mean, this is one of the bigger cans. They have 120 calorie ones.
That's
No,
actually
it's
not-
12
that's
fluid
not-
ounces.
That's not too bad at all.
I mean, it's just empty sugar.
160?
No. No way. For
Though.
one,
I mean, yeah, sodas are usually more
normal,
than that.
normal soda's like 300 or 400 calories per can.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The cans like. I think
Dude, they're a
cans are
fuckload.
140? I
Yeah,
don't
sugar,
remember.
like actually sugared sodas are terrible.
Yeah,
that's
they're
why I'm
really,
surprised
really
that that's actually not so bad.
But I'm gonna get that energy. I'm gonna get that money. Most
I
importantly.
don't know that you are.
So that's my next step. I figure I get the sponsorship, then I go pro. In whatever.
What do
game.
you mean
I don't
go
care.
pro?
In a
which
video
game?
dude. We're talking about competitive games.
Well, you gotta pick a game first.
Doesn't matter.
You
Whatever.
should- you know what you should do?
Yeah.
Download a hack. You should download a hack.
It's a shortcut.
My shortcut. Yeah.
It's a shortcut to
Take
being
all that
amazing.
sponsor money, put it right in the hacks.
And then Red Bull will never know.
They won't. How can they? They're too busy counting all their sales. I'll be raking in for them.
Has there been a pro player that was caught hacking? I feel like that's
Oh, yeah.
really hard.
Oh,
to
that happens like
it was like the
every
CS:GO
other
guy who
week.
was
Really?
Yeah, he was dragged away from his computer at an event while he was trying to delete it. It was amazing.
Oh, I do remember one of those.
Yeah.
It happens quite a bit.
Wow.
Yep.
What's weird to me is that there's been some very uncomfortable talk about performance enhancers in esports communities, namely
Oh, he's dead.
namely testing for Adderall and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But energy drinks sponsor esports events,
They do.
which Red Bull, I'm totally okay with
already-
it,
they
and I'll
already
be
do.
totally in there.
What are you talking about? They do it all the time.
Yeah. So why
What?
isn't there any conversation about critical levels of caffeine being a performance enhancing drug
Oh.
in esports?
Is that a performance?
It is.
Of course it is.
So caffeine is designated as a performance-enhancing drug, like in the Olympics and in like pro
Really?
sport. Yep, it certainly is.
Wow.
Pro sports might be a little different, but I know the Olympics for sure. Because I remember looking at what the performance-enhancing drugs
I have
were.
a prescription though.
For caffeine.
For caffeine.
I'm sure that you don't.
Doc says I need it.
But I mean, like that's why, like when Lance Armstrong did it, he didn't. It wasn't a drug. He just switched out his blood.
Oh, yeah, blood doping,
Oh.
which is the coolest phrase ever.
Blood doping.
He just switched out his blood.
Yeah, he would like hyperoxygenate his blood. He'd take it out of
Wow.
his body. They'd like infuse
Jesus.
it with O2
I
and
know,
then cram
see,
it
like,
back
That's
in.
some vampire shit.
Dude, like I don't advocate for that shit at all.
Well, there's also like there's a version of blood doping you can do where you just get into a capsule on top of a mountain,
Is-
and like the thinner air makes you develop more red blood cells. So when you don't go then perform,
Blood doping is like hacking.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
biohacking.
it's
biohacking.
There's
but
a word
imagine
for that.
But imagine hacking, like the Tour de France. That's what he did
Yeah.
for years.
That's kind of cool.
He took all
I mean,
that.
it is cool,
took
but
all
also
that
it's not
donation money,
cool.
put it right in the hacks.
He made millions and millions.
He
of
made
dollars.
sold all those bracelets. Can you imagine wearing a Lawrence bracelet?
I-
It's gonna be like 2
Yeah.
weeks. I give it tops.
I hate this cosplay. I hate it. I fucking hate. You know what I hate?
What do you hate?
I hate mashups.
Yeah.
What?
Nerd mashups.
That's all of my opening songs are nerd mashups
Wait, what do you mean opening song?
for
No.
all my streams.
He doesn't mean musically.
No,
I think
no,
he just means
okay.
intersecting two
No,
properties.
music fine. I'm talking about this shit.
Like Mario in Game of Thrones.
I
No.
don't
Boom.
hate that. I don't know. I find it endearing, kind of.
Oh, I hate it. I can't stand it.
I can't stand it either.
It's one of those things to me. I'm like,
Back to the Future and Doctor Who.
they're like,
What if the DeLorean ran into the TARDIS?
they're like, I made
Well, we
something
don't take
ori-
it seriously.
Well, no, of course they don't take it seriously, but they do.
take
They
it
do
very
take the
seriously.
cosplay seriously. They like put hours and hours of work into it.
He bought a helmet.
No, they didn't. They bought this fucking whole thing with a
That-
shotgun and all
you-
that.
I,
A whip.
I literally have that same outfit.
They bought. No, you don't.
What the
Take a
the whole-
picture. You take a picture and you send
Yes,
me a
it's the
picture.
stream with the
You-
Civilization
you
with
send me a
stripping
picture
where I
with
was
the
dressed up as
shotgun
like a-
and the man purse and the whip and the
a man
socks.
purse. What do you mean?
You take a picture of yourself. You send it to me.
What hours? You didn't custom make.
You send it
okay.
to me.
When I was in Tokyo, there was a really cool figurine of like a Japanese samurai styled version of like Jango Fett.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
What does that count for you? Is that you know?
I still don't like it.
It's
still
not
don't-
crossed with another property.
It's not as
It's a
bad.
different vision
It's like
of an existing.
It's like a
Right.
steampunk thing.
Yeah.
basically.
Well, I mean that's pretty
Well,
bad.
steampunk. Yeah, steampunk is something.
But
Oh, you don't
samurai.
like steampunk?
Steampunk
is
sucks.
that's all. That's all it is. Steampunk's crossover. Unbelievable.
I don't
It's
hate
not
steampunk.
crossovers.
I think steampunk has got
Steampunk's an aesthetic
it's got a bad rep.
and a lifestyle.
It's
What?
been
No, it has an entirely normal, deserved rep. All right.
Yeah.
Everything's
Okay.
normal.
We can make fun of steampunk.
yeah. We can make fun of
You
steampunk.
can make fun of steampunk. I don't know. I've known some nice. I mean, they're
Oh,
not.
no,
I
so
don't know.
have I. But
They can be nice, but also have
tough.
bad taste.
Yeah. Sorry out there if you guys like your pipes and your brass and your steam.
it's kind of pretty fucking nerdy.
Yeah.
And like we're all nerds
Mm-hmm.
here, like big time nerds. But it's like the nerdiest.
Can you think of the last life event, when you might have been okay getting really into steampunk?
Yeah. Probably into high school. I think there was a lot of stuff back then that I was like, just I only knew from the internet. I didn't really think of think it through in person. And I was like, yeah, that sounds kind of cool, but in reality, it doesn't really hold up.
Was there ever a time that you were like, you got so close to being in steampunk, where you had to like pull away and be like, oh my gosh,
Shit. This is steampunk.
that was so close.
I was in Civil War reenactments, which are like
Oh wow,
just a stone's throw away from steampunk.
they're really close to steampunk.
Yeah, there were a lot of
What?
old dudes there.
I guess there's Steam.
There's vests.
There's
There's
vests.
people
They
who
don't own
use-
vests. Okay, vests can have other use.
I don't know about that.
It sounds like you're justifying.
Hard to think of many.
steampunk. Criken, are you a steampunk?
I'm a steampunk
Are
apologist.
you in
Okay.
the? Oh, it
I'm
sounds
a-
like you're in the steampunk closet. You should just.
I
Come
do.
out.
I do have a piece of steampunk apparel in my closet.
You should just come
The
out.
goggles.
Yeah,
There's
the-
goggles and a
With
hat,
stuff
a
on
top
them?
hat.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You no.
To be
You
fair,
are- hold
I
on,
will
you're
defend
close.
this.
You are close to steampunk, my friend.
I will defend this. A year ago, I redid my apartment, and we made like a costume closet. And my mother, for my birthday, bought me a bunch of costumes. She didn't consult me on any of this. And one of them she sent me was a steampunk hat with little goggles. And I was like, thanks, Mom. And I put it in there, and I have not used it since.
All right.
But
so you got it from your mom.
I got it from my mom, and I've not. It's a bit closet. It's a closet of bits, and from my own style of my stream, where I make a fool out of myself.
I'm really worried about you.
I think I have a justification to wear awfully
TOS.
Yeah.
TOS. Steampunk should be TOS. It should.
I think they're talking about the tits on the screen. But
No,
they might be.
I'm saying you should get banned.
Those are some rockin' tits,
For
though.
steampunk.
Man, good for her.
That's fine.
Oh, you're not impressed?
That's body painting.
They got good.
That's
they
all
got
Twitch does is body painting.
good spread. All right,
Jeez.
yeah, you're right though. There's a lot of that.
No, TOS is steampunk, and you should get banned for having a hat and goggles. Sorry, man.
That's tough.
Well, I didn't know this was where we're going to have our friendship have a rift. This very specific issue of my Bit Closet steampunk collection.
Hey, you guys are beefing. This is good for business.
I do have a vest. Oh, I also have a vest.
Oof.
But I wear it for my vampire. There's a picture of it.
I mean, I don't need to even say anything anymore.
It's like a vampire vest with like the wig and eyeliner. It's fantastic.
We'll let the internet judge you.
Bruce, you hate like property crossover. What about fantasy aesthetic crossover, like vampire steampunk?
Oh, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is that worse than just
vampire?
steampunk?
Okay, vampire steampunk's kind of bad. It's pretty bad.
You were about to say it was cool.
I like vampire shit. That's fucking it's so dorky. I love it.
I mean, it's really dorky. But the
Vampire culture is worse than steampunk. Johnny Wigs.
I think no, actually, I disagree with that. Vampires are no, I disagree with that. Steampunk culture is worse than vampire culture. No, they're both bad.
What?
Oh,
They're both trash.
we'll figure this out.
How?
We'll get there.
They're both trash.
No way, dude. One is like just full on LARPing. Like vampire, you wear fucking teeth.
Okay.
You can barely talk well. You move like you're somehow like dodging lasers or some shit. You kind of
Yeah, I
skulk.
think it's smooth.
How goofy is that? It's so fun.
I want to make sure and say this out loud for the stream and for the internet that we're just making fun of this stuff. It's totally fine if you do it. It's
Yes,
okay.
100%.
We don't think that you're stupid or whatever. If you ever come up to me, you're like, you know what? Made me feel really bad because I'm I love steampunk, dude. Love steampunk. Love it as much as you want. The only person I'm going to say that, or I won't say that to, is a pedophile. All right. If a pedophile says I love to be a pedophile, then I'll be like, dude.
Everybody was starting to wonder, Bruce. So
If a pedophile likes steampunk, you can't.
You should probably turn yourself in.
yeah, if there's one,
Turn
that's
yourself
it.
in.
That's the one. Yeah.
What we need all of internet subcultures to just get together in a big field, get your bike chains, get your socks with your pennies in it and stuff, and just have it out. See which one gets to win, and then we all know. We've had world wars about like culture and
true.
methods of government.
That's
We
true.
sorted that out. At least I thought we did. We sorted most of that out. We haven't done that on the internet. I mean, there have been like forum wars and stuff. Those are fun. That's always fun. But oh boy. I mean, that's actually, it's well made for what it is exactly what it's trying to be.
What is?
The makeup.
This picture?
Yeah.
What do you mean well made? For what?
I mean, that's an amateur didn't do any of that. I'll say that.
She looks like a pencil with an eraser.
Yeah, she does.
She's beautiful.
And she's duck facing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think her lip liner is just around her like
I'm gonna get rid of that.
down at her chin, which makes it look like that.
I'm just gonna get rid of that.
Yeah. Oh, Bruce, I got some for you to read.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Exciting.
So we've been talking about Star Wars for about an hour now.
You can hate on Google Stadia.
That's true.
I forgot about that.
Everyone
Well, we
can
both,
dunk on Google Stadia.
Oh yeah, no, we already did the thing.
Okay,
Oh,
we
you got that checked?
We did an ad sales thing with Stadia.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll be perfectly honest. When we went Wi-Fi, it did not work. Not at all. So when we
had
wired
some
it,
issues.
it actually worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something that I was really surprised about. Was as soon as we did wired, there was no difference. I played Destiny 2 for hours on wired Stadia, totally fine. But as soon as we went Wi-Fi, it didn't work at all. So
We had some issues with ours
yeah,
too.
that's important. That's important to know.
So here, is there a way for me to? I'll just send you a link of it. Here. God.
Oh wait, are you sending it to my email?
I can text it to you.
Oh, okay. I'm really excited. I don't know what it is.
Message is queued. What's that all about? Come on, phone. Sounds like somebody needs the energetic lift of a energy drink.
Is the new Star Wars
Right.
ride out at Galaxy's Edge yet?
Oh, Rise of
Really
the
not-
Resistance?
yeah.
I mean, it opened at Disney World.
But not at Disneyland.
No,
right?
I don't know when it's opening at Disneyland. All right. So that's a link there to
Whoa,
a wiki. Yeah. Don't read the whole thing. Just there's a section that's more important than the rest. It's called.
Tits.
Why did you send him tits?
I didn't. This is important.
Yes, he did.
Scroll
It says
down.
breast on
Yeah, it's breasts. All right. You're an adult. All right. Scroll down to rolling males. That's the important part. So, tits. All right. We all know them. We all love them. They're also in Star Wars.
How did we get
turns
here?
out.
Rolling males.
So there is an article on Star Wars' Wikia about titties in general, StarWars.fandom.com. But it turns out dudes have breasts too.
What?
Yeah,
We
in
do?
Star
Doesn't
Wars.
sound right.
You've seen them more than once. So now Bruce can read about the role that breasts have for the men in Star Wars.
So the breasts role in males.
Yes.
Males meaning men.
Men.
Okay.
Guys.
Yeah. As male individuals were not biologically meant to nurse their offsprings, they sported much smaller breasts and produced no milk. Mandalore the Lesser, then a gladiator, Aaron Peacebringer, a planetary leader, and Anakin Skywalker, in certain circumstances, such as on Nelvon, would freely exhibit them.
Oh.
The males in primitive cultures would also go bare-chested in their young adulthood and childhood, such as the Nelvanians. Also, males would go bare-chested to allow freedom of mobility or body temperature, as exhibited by the whipped Jedi Master Kakruk, Galen Marek while on Felucia, the Corran leader Carvaster on Harun Kal, or Ki-Adi-Mundi when training in his youth. Some males, such as Anakin Skywalker and Karan Horn, would also sleep bare-chested for comfort, though it should be noted that Horn undressed completely to sleep as opposed to simply going bare-chested. Also, male breasts were usually not covered when the individual was in a Bacta tank, as exhibited by Luke Skywalker and Kyle Katarn, or when tortured, as seen with Cade Skywalker.
Oh, that's so nice of them to not put the shirts on when tortured.
I know, they're showing their
But
breasts.
Han was wearing his shirt when he was tortured. That's weird.
Medical
Maybe there's
examinations,
an article about that.
Medical examinations, such as those performed by the Kaminoans on their clones, were usually performed on bare-chested males. Men of various species, such as the human Jariah Sin, the Nautolan Kitfisto, and a Quarren commander, also swam bare-chested. Exposing one's chest, also exhibited by Sin, was a part of preparing to make love.
What? How? This is an article about what it's like to be shirtless.
Basically, yes, but
Well,
showing
not
their
even
breasts.
what it's
Star
like.
Wars,
In Star Wars, showing
Okay.
their breasts.
men. Did you know that? Did you know that?
What
men-
else is on this wiki? I'm
Lots of things.
I
yeah.
imagine
Everything.
every part of
Cultural significance
Humanity.
of breasts
Yeah.
in Star Wars.
yeah.
Oh, there's
You
a.
wanna
Oh
read
wait,
it?
if you keep scrolling down, there's a pretty great image. Oh yeah, read the caption of that image.
Saw a tree with pronounced breasts.
It's just a picture.
Did you know Star Wars had a tree with titties?
That's just a woman.
Oh,
That's
I
a
didn't know
woman.
that.
No, it's a tree.
No, you're right. It is a tree.
It says it right there. There's titty trees in Star Wars. It's great. It's everything.
This is so weird. Cultural significance of breasts in Star Wars. In mainstream galactic society, breasts were normally kept covered. Female patients' back tanks could have their breasts covered, but in some cases they chose not to.
Nice.
Yeah? I guess we're talking about boobs in Star Wars.
And it seems to have the same exact relevance to real life.
It's just good that some. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? I don't know. It's just good that somebody collected all that information in one place. Because
I was wondering,
Guys have
actually,
questions?
the other
Oh,
day.
that's good, yeah.
It was like,
Well, sometimes in Star Wars, when they say, like, some phrase, where they're like, like,
younglings.
well, younglings is I guess probably more of a Star Wars term, but like, let's say they say a phrase that is in normal life here, then someone else has to explain it canonically
yeah,
in
true.
the Star Wars universe why someone said big as a house, or like something like that.
Yeah, or someone said younglings. We have to make sure that children are actually represented as close. Like, our idea for children can apply it to younglings.
Yeah, there's some crossover.
When they
but
said
it's
not the younglings, maybe that's not a big deal. Maybe
Could be
younglings die all the time.
Hey, Bruce.
Well,
You think there's pedophiles in Star Wars?
I mean, yeah,
You think so?
of course there are.
Which one?
There's
We don't know
even
that.
which one.
Which one of the characters?
Have you? Yeah. When did
I
you ever
don't
read
know.
about one?
No, I mean, like, there could be some.
If they even read around one, it's not on the wiki, then it doesn't happen.
Because I
That's
think
not
like
true.
Mandalorian might be the first toilet we've ever seen in Star Wars. Maybe.
Mandalorian
Also, in an Empire.
toilet.
Yeah, there was a toilet in Mandalorian.
When did we see the toilet?
Where?
It's on a ship, I think. Right? Am I wrong?
No, I don't think there
Did
even
we see a
was one.
toilet?
There was totally a toilet somewhere.
I mean, you might be right.
I'm not convinced. Can you look up on the wiki real quick if there is
Yeah,
shitting
look
in
up
Star
on the
Wars?
wiki.
I don't.
Also,
No, on the. I was okay. You
Bruce,
that
based
one, too.
on what you said, you jogged a little memory there because I watched the original trilogy. I don't know. I
This
sat
is
down and it
dangerous.
I know that. That's why I'm worried about what I'm doing.
happened. Han, when they're telling him that like his tauntaun won't survive out in the cold, he says, "I'll see you in hell." Star Wars has hell.
hell is canonical.
There's canonical hell in Star Wars,
There's a
Bruce.
canonical hell in Star
What
Wars.
else is there canonically? Oh man,
Probably
I'm
it's-
fascinated.
Yeah, the Mandalorian reveals how Star Wars characters poop
I
in
know it.
space.
I knew it when I saw that toilet. I was like, "Wow, that's the first Star Wars toilet."
That's a big deal.
Where's the picture?
huge
of it?
deal.
Is there no picture of it?
I think it's a video. Is it?
I mean, it looks like a normal toilet. It's just a little shiny.
Wait, there's no. I don't see it though.
You gotta click through the pictures.
I don't
Each
want
one has its
to.
own blog post. Click on it.
These aren't. No. The,
Anyway, sign up for Disney Plus
there's
right
no,
now.
There's no
everybody.
toilet.
I've been watching. I've been on my project of watching all the Disney animated features.
It's a vac tube.
Oh, so it's like a little suction.
Oh,
that you stick right
evacuate
over
his
your
thorax. I remember that part.
What?
He's like, I gotta evacuate my thorax.
Does he say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Vaguely toilet shaped.
Yes, I do remember that now. That was it's like the opening sequence of the thing.
Yes. I'm glad that I could remind you of this.
Wow.
Catastrophic.
You know, that didn't even leave an impression at the time, but now it means a lot
That's all
more.
I've been thinking.
It doesn't
about.
mean anything to me at all.
What?
Still.
Bruce.
I'm sorry. It doesn't.
Do you,
And I love Star Wars.
don't you feel more immersed in the world?
No, because it's just our life.
No, it's different. Because I don't
Keep
know,
saying that.
boobs have their own article. You got to know what the difference is.
Well,
are.
also, we have boobs in Star Wars. You realize that? If we were in the Star Wars universe, canonically, we have boobs. We have
And you
ass.
can choose to wear a shirt when you sleep, or you can let your boobs out when you sleep.
You can sleep naked.
I've
you
never
can
felt
swim.
more like I'm in Star Wars.
Yeah, there's a lot of different options actually.
Well, now
More
you
than you
will.
can imagine.
Now
That's
you
so
will.
great. That's so great. That's so great. Wow.
Well, thanks, Lawrence, for bringing that for me.
Yeah, no problem.
I guess. I don't really know.
I want that. I want to be that cat. That's nice.
Oh, man.
I,
When I
uh,
laugh at memes, I feel like a boomer.
When you laugh out loud, it
That's a
means-
pretty wholesome
wrong with
laugh.
me laughing out
I mean,
loud at
that was an old laugh, though.
You were very defensive really quick.
Like a boomer.
No, like, the youths don't laugh. They
Yeah,
just, like,
we just smirk,
sardonically
yeah.
scroll
Yeah.
and then roll their eyes.
Oh, what do they do?
You.
Like, that's like anime. That's what Zoomers do, by the way. They take all their references from what human emotions are,
Yeah.
but they take them from anime.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Steven Universe.
And Steven Universe.
Which
that's right.
arguably could be the most. It's not. I couldn't even finish saying it.
Steven
Horrible.
Universe? No.
Never.
Loudly breathe out nose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, old people breathe loud. You guys ever notice that?
Well, no, that's not old people. That's Zoomer, right? That's a Zoomer scoffing.
Zoomers?
Oh, okay,
Oh.
never mind.
Like that.
I thought that feels like an old person thing.
I have to stop laughing, apparently.
Yeah,
Because
no,
if-
you,
when I laugh,
you do laugh a lot.
I'm a boomer.
No, you.
But you have an infectious laugh,
Yes, it's wonderful.
which is a good thing.
But I shouldn't do that. because
No!
I'm a boomer.
If you want to fit in with the Zoomers, you shouldn't laugh.
All right, understood.
Bruce, the
Let's,
boomers
can
got
you,
all
can
the
you practice an infectious?
I mean, that made
I don't
me
know what I'm
laugh.
feeling. It. I mean, no one ever got anything right the first time, Bruce. So don't feel
I'll
bad.
keep trying.
Shooting boogers at your
I
nose.
keep trying.
Trying to-
I mean, like, I got a lot of snot in there.
yeah.
What feels better? And there aren't many things, but I'm just gonna throw this in the room. What feels better than digging up in your nose and then like brushing something, getting it, and then having a whole iceberg fall out of your nose?
Oh, it's the
like
best.
everything dislodges, and you're like, I didn't even know my nose wasn't was like all closed up with shit until right now.
The only thing that's better is getting a splinter out. Have you
Oh,
ever gotten-
I haven't gotten a splinter for years.
So when you get the
You should get
splinter
some.
out,
I should.
They're great.
when you get it out, it feels like the greatest thing in the world.
Ah,
It's the best.
man.
Because it feels like there's a foreign object inside your
Yeah.
body, and it's going to be there forever.
And you
then you
can't
start
stop
I start
thinking about
panicking because I'm like it's going to be there forever. It's going to get pushed in further.
start gnawing
And then
on
when I get poisoned, it's like, and so then I immediately start trying to, I like literally will dig this, I'll tear the skin off to make
Yeah.
sure I pull it up.
Jeez.
I got a story about splinters.
Please. regale us.
So when I was in college, I was pretty heavy into kung fu, and I was learning a form for bow staff. I had
like
and have
Donatello.
sick bow staff skills. Yes. Ooh, look at this! Someone we know got on Reddit.
Oh hey, Alana.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, some beef, some creator beef.
Zinged.
Some
Fucking.
I love when the
zinged.
creators beef with each other, you know?
They're hard beefing. Neither of those things are Ring Fit Adventure, so fuck you. Anyway, I couldn't afford an actual Kung Fu branded bow staff.
Mm-hmm.
Those are expensive.
They are.
But I'm thinking.
All right.
Went to Home Depot.
You bought a mop.
Got me no, that was smarter than what I did.
Oh.
I just found a wooden dowel and had them cut it. That's all.
What?
So
all right.
then I'm like, all right,
Okay.
genius thought here, $8, and I got myself a sick Kung Fu bow staff.
Right.
Go out to the parking lot, put on my Sumisen music,
Wait, what's
take
that?
one sip of green tea, ready for practice.
What's Simisen music?
It's like the really high pitched. I may have completely
It's like
mangled it.
Nightcore.
Man, that would be sick though. No, it's like the mournful like Chinese violin basically.
Oh.
Oh, I expected it was going to be like some anime theme.
No, it hits you like a. Oh, what did I mean? Shamisen.
Shamisen.
There we go.
Why does
Yeah.
my chat know that?
Because
What?
you're a weeb, dog.
I'm not. I don't watch. They all watch anime.
They appreciate world culture and you don't,
I guess.
and I do. So clearly we knew what we were doing. We were talking about. But yeah, I get my player there. I get my tea. I sip it. I karate chop. Kung fu chop one board in half. Okay, ready to go.
Did you actually do that?
Yeah, actually, all of it's true. So then there's a lot in this form that's just like sliding the staff through your hands and then like slinging it around and stuff. So you ready to go? Do like 1 hit, 2 hits, slide. And the first time it slides through, just whoosh like a cactus into my palm.
Oh god!
I'm like that, and I drop it immediately, and then it's just like just like a fucking polka dots.
How many splinters did you have? Did you ever count?
Well, no, because I couldn't get them all out right away. So I went into the kitchen and I was picking them out one at a time. But some were like really deep because let me tell you, when I go into Kung Fu, I go hard.
Of course you do.
So they were in there.
Oh yeah.
Bad. And I kind of did what you were talking about. Like I was like cutting the skin open to try to get down into it.
Yeah, you have to.
And it was just like, it was too deep. So I was like, well, I guess that's there forever. So then I got to learn what your body does when there's a foreign object in it for more than a day.
What happens?
Oh.
It basically
Infection.
makes a pimple. Yeah, like a very small scale infection.
Pushes it out with pus, right?
Oh.
So what happened is like it got kind of red and agitated, but then it got a little pussed, and then I squeezed it and it just went plorp, and just like shot right out.
Oh, the splinter?
I hate it.
Oh.
I hate
So
it
like
all.
each one that got lodged in there basically got packed up into a little like pus cannon, and then like a couple of days later I just squeezed it and it shot right out.
So, if I get this right, so this whole thing happened because you're like, I can just make my own of this thing.
Yeah. And then I went
At
to Home
what
Depot
point-
and bought sandpaper.
At what point? Okay. At what point did you realize this is why people don't make their own of this thing?
It was as soon as I had like run it through my palm and dropped it on the
Yeah.
ground.
You're like, oh, there you go.
Clattered to the floor in slow motion while there's shamisen mournfully droned in the background.
Mournfully. That's actually the best image. I like that part.
Yeah, I mean, you have to like varnish the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to sand it.
Oh, okay.
If you're gonna use it for years and years and years, I did
you
end up
try it
going
again?
to. I did it with that one a couple more
I would
times.
be way too scared to do it again.
Then I got paid, and then I went to the Kung Fu store,
Oh.
and then I bought
A real one.
like a wrapped bow staff.
How much is a bow staff?
The one I got was like $50.
That's not bad. Because
That's
I always
not bad.
wanted
It's a solid chunk of wood.
I
How
always
much was
wanted
the wood that you tried to make in the...
Like $6.
No, that's a better deal.
That is a better deal.
Better deal.
I mean...
I almost, because I wanted a bow staff when I was a kid. I don't know that I had a bow staff. I think a friend of mine had a bow, like a rich friend of mine had a bow staff. And I got to like, where you like twirl it and then it goes over your hand.
Ooh, that's fancy.
I got to that part.
Nice.
I could do that. That was cool.
I could do it with a pencil. That was very cool in class. I just like...
Oh, you like roll
I
it
was
between
like,
your
oh,
fingers?
yeah. rolling between all my
You're that
fingers.
cool dude in
Yeah,
class.
well, because I got huge fingers, so I was like able to
Oh.
like twiddle constantly, and I don't think it really
Did it get you any girls?
did not. I was in all boys school, so it really
Oh,
didn't.
then it
I don't know who
definitely
I was trying to impress, but
You got to do that, but with a coin. That makes you real cool.
I did try that for
You're
a
in
while,
dimly
and I
lit
couldn't.
cavern, wearing a hat with goggles on
A
it.
steampunk. Fuck! I was with you, and then you just backstabbed.
Sorry.
Well,
I got there too
because
fast.
You love steampunk.
All right, guys.
You do. You love it. Criken's chat. He loves steampunk, doesn't he? He talks about it.
I mean, the chat loves steampunk too, so it's fine.
They
Everyone's
do?
fine. Yeah, they knew all about it.
He does.
I'm gonna do this one day. I'm just gonna commit to it. I'm gonna talk like what do they talk like in steampunk?
I think
Is it
it's-
like the old
Yeah,
English.
it's like Victorian English.
It's Victorian English, right? It's like 1800s, probably. Around there.
lot of like unironic maladying going on.
Did you ever see the movie Mortal Engines?
No.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Mortal Engines is terrible,
Is
but
it steampunk?
but Mortal Engines is like, I want to say it's like if the steampunk community had gotten a movie, it'd be that.
They
Because
did get it.
It's a bunch of garbage. Like it's a bunch of stupid dumb shit.
Wait, No, there was Wild Wild West.
Oh yeah, wow, that's true. That's a good point actually as well. But Mortal Engines is like futuristic steampunk.
Yeah, I'm
Right? Are you in? You're in. I know you are. You love it. You love it. You put that hat and glasses on, you watch it at home.
The goggles. I can't see it. It's just all
Van
red.
Helsing. The
Van Helsing.
yeah,
the Hugh Jackman one?
yeah, that's totally steampunk.
Parts
There's
of it are. Yeah.
Like when lightning powers shit and there's
Yeah.
steams.
Well, that's
firing off
Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein, yep. I mean, like,
That's the only
but
part I
like
remember.
Mortal Engines is like a bunch of dumb, stupid shit powered by dumb, stupid steam engines.
Sure.
Right? So that's like the definition of steampunk.
So what? Do you hate trains now, guys?
I mean,
Trains are steampunk.
If
know?
they go into space, okay.
They're-
If they go underground, a little bit better,
and
but
I don't think that most trains are not
train
powered by
on top of
steam.
it. Going
You know
down
that, right?
Older trains.
Yeah, but not now.
I'm sure some trains are still powered by steam.
Maybe one or two. But like Amtraks aren't powered by steam, are
Okay.
they? They're
No.
powered by electricity?
They're not powered by steam. Yeah.
What are they
those-
powered by?
probably electricity.
No, it can't be electricity, is it?
There's gotta be a couple
Magnets.
steam trains left.
It's probably just fuel. What are we thinking?
What are we using Steam for?
It's a dude running on a treadmill in the back.
Where did Steam go?
Obviously, well, Steam is
Donald
not
Trump over here.
efficient. It's inefficient.
Why? Looks cool.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Eh.
You love
Big
it.
white billowing smokes.
No, that's not good.
No.
It's not
Do you
good for
want to?
the
Do you want to be a train guy when you get older? You wanna
I
go
wanted to
down
be
and-
conductor when I was a kid.
Oh
No.
dear.
That's probably where I like.
So
why
when you get like
I'm
80,
more.
you're gonna put on your vest. You're gonna put on your little conductor hat. You're gonna go down. into
That's your train.
You're gonna go into your prop closet or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're just gonna look at your little train driving around a
I'm
tiny
like,
city
yep.
for hours.
I think I had a train set when I was a kid, so
Weird.
How is that weird?
It's just it doesn't happen.
Kids can have
anymore.
hobbies.
We've all moved. I mean, yeah, but it's
We've all moved on. I was a kid.
I did love trains,
It's like you're practicing to be a weirdo.
but I was too poor to have trains. And so every year I would go to my uncle's house.
Okay.
And he has this like really, really nice house in Glendale, and he'd always put out this really elaborate train set. I loved playing with it. But I only got to play with it one time a year, and it wasn't mine.
How do you play with it?
So like they were electric trains that you could add different cars to.
Oh.
You could make it go faster or slower. You could
Okay.
change the tracks to make it like go through a tunnel or like around the Christmas tree or whatever.
Okay.
And that was fun.
I just imagine a kid like he goes, "Yay!"
That's kind of what it.
It's still here.
That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's like eventually.
It's all make believe, dude. It's like, okay, it's pulling into the station. Everyone get on board, and you say, "We're leaving now," and it
Wait,
leaves,
so
and it goes around.
so
and
it's
does
like
it
The
again.
Sims, except nothing
Yeah,
actually moves on.
it does The Sims, but nothing moves except for the train.
Yo, why isn't there a Sims augmented reality like they have for Minecraft? You know, like that thing where you like look and there's
Minecraft
Minecraft
Earth?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't they have that for The Sims where they can sell you a house and then you
Like
just
a little
look at
baby
it?
house. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
and little
like a
Sims
toy
are
house.
walking
You go in
around
there.
there.
That's a great idea.
Oh, look at all these ideas. Red
Go,
Bull, get at me.
Tell EA.
Red
Bull.
Bull.
Red Bull owns IP of The Sims now, actually.
Yeah, they
do?
could.
As of today, they just bought it.
Once I talk to him, yeah, I'm gonna make my case.
They could have like, you're right. Let's go buy it right now.
Oh,
you
such
come with us. They get in the car.
Such a good idea.
You get in the train. And they go scoot over.
It's just us in Criken's basement, role playing with goofy voices. I guess yeah, that's pretty much what Twitch is. It's
Yeah.
just abstracted.
So Criken loves trains and steampunk.
That's the same thing. It's just the. It's just.
No, it's different.
I mean, trains are just the origin of steampunk, right?
Holy shit, that's fucking awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Trains are the origin of steampunk. Yes, you are correct.
Okay, so if I like trains, and I
That's right.
still find trains kind of fun. I am not as predisposed to hate steampunk. I do think it's not,
I'm not saying
great
you should
aesthetically.
I don't hate steampunk.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that maybe don't focus your entire life on it.
Well,
It's all right. It's a hobby. It's okay. It's a hobby. No big deal.
I got bad news for you. I'm actually quitting the biz. I'm founding a steampunk convention called.
Google Steampunk Convention right now.
I mean, there's already
Oh
seven
no,
of
you're
them.
right. Are
no,
there
I
seven
mean,
of them?
You
Yeah,
can
of
make
course
another
there
one.
are.
It's fine. I just wanted to see
Steampunk
some.
cons are. I'm sure.
I
There's
just
already
want
a
to see
thing,
some
yeah.
photos of people having a good time. That's all I want to see.
Steampunk con.
Ah, look at that.
I took
Look-
my idea, dude.
It already passed though.
Well, I'm sure they do that every year,
It
right?
was in New Jersey.
Let's look for some pictures.
There's got to be a sizzle reel or something. Yeah. Let's look
Uh,
at some fucking
Entertainment?
vents and gears,
Panels and presenters.
no.
bands
that's
and performance. That's absolutely all.
about us.
Oh, hey, here you go. Bands and performers is what you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
I want to see what the steampunk folk.
Stabbing westward.
Hell yeah, that's where they went.
Of course.
Fuck yeah. Oh man,
It's just
Whoa.
chemical straitjacket.
Nice.
Wow.
Sick.
Valentine Wolf. That could be you, Criken.
Look at that dude.
With that cool electric cello.
Oh, he loves trains. Man.
Look at that.
I'm
dress.
under attack right now.
Victorian chamber
Hey,
metal.
I'm tapping out. You guys
No,
win
you're
this
not.
one,
Keep
okay?
scrolling.
You guys win this one. Ooh, Dust Bowl Fairies.
Oh,
Adorns.
Minimalist, dark wave, black, blacker.
Nice.
Jesus.
Nice.
this feels like a
Reverence.
no. Oh, I always forget the name of this game. Hypnospace Outlaw
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
webpage. That's exactly what it feels like.
There's not as many like 3-frame gifs pulsating in every corner.
I want you to read this from 2012. Read
Thanks to everyone who came out last night for a bloody good time, and muchísimas gracias to Latin horror.
Again, not making fun of this by any stretch of the imagination. Like, if you're doing this, it's okay. It's totally fine.
Vampire Con's in
Enjoy
LA.
Vampire Con or
Of course,
Steampunk
dude.
Con.
This is like
Nice.
I'd say this
But
in Seattle. Or
there are parts of your
Yeah.
nerddom that
All
are
the
ridiculous and
Vampires
funny.
in Seattle because it's dark all the time.
Just
or
like-
San Francisco, like Interview with the Vampire.
Just like me. there are parts of my nerddom that are ridiculous and funny. When I had to throw away 60 Star Wars books that I read,
You didn't have to.
that's well, that's true. That's stupid. Like, I can't believe I spent all my time reading those 60 Star Wars books, and then threw them in the trash. But it's funny. It's funny. It's like when Joel went to Vampire Con. It's the same deal.
Yeah, everyone's got to have a like a guilty pleasure.
They have a guilty pleasure. Right, exactly. Like, I loved Fall Out Boy. I still do, for years.
No, they're great.
Fall Out Boy's good.
But people will make fun of me because I love Fall Out Boy, which is okay. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. Let's go Rumble.
Let's go Rumble.
Yeah. The Fallout Boys will take care of this.
It's all right, though. Again, we're not saying that if anybody out there, I don't want anybody to feel like they're convicted because they love steampunk. Go love steampunk. Love it to your heart's content.
Yeah.
I think you should. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not.
How do you feel, Bruce, about acknowledge? I don't mean this about steampunk.
All right.
But let's say you're into something and you know it's off the beaten path.
Uh-huh.
Do you think it's reasonable to accept a little, like to just be okay with getting a couple of jabs every now and then just because the thing, like,
Absolutely.
Can you be like, yeah, I'm a weirdo, all right.
Totally fine.
Or do you think everyone should be cool with everything as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else?
You know who? I mean, like, we should all be cool with it, but also we're allowed. It's okay if we get made fun of a little bit. We make fun.
Yeah,
like,
it keeps you humble.
Like, it's like Jacob.
Gosh.
Jacob loves Star Wars more than anybody I know, and he also loves Destiny more than anybody I know. And so when he talks about those things, he knows he's very very keenly aware of how ridiculous it sounds when he talks about it, but he still loves it. So he knows he makes fun of himself, but at the same time he still loves it. He's still going to do it. That's okay. That's all right. Those things are allowed. I would never try and cyberbully someone into not liking something. Because I think it's cool when people like it.
Yeah. Oh, no, 100%. I'm on the same boat.
Comic-Con's my favorite time of year when I get to go to Comic-Con because it's 300,000 people that all love basically the same shit that I do, and we're all into it. And it's all like, it's just, we're all united. It's really cool. It's really cool to be in communities like that. So I don't want anybody to think that we're like
I like the
shitting on them.
The super niche communities too. Like, I like this specific interpretation of this canon. Like, I'm a Star Wars fan, but specifically only this like part of the universe. The rest of it's not canon to me.
No.
Sorry, I believe what you mean, or believe everything you're saying, but
what the hell?
Crap!
I don't know why he did that. Did he not think about the pipes there? Oh man. Oh man.
That's intense. That's intense, but I love it.
But yes,
that's an oof.
You're right, Criken. Wait, Criken was talking, right? Or Lawrence?
What? Yeah,
Who was talking? Criken, that's what I thought. I was like, oh no, did I get it wrong?
Nah.
Either way, you're absolutely right. It's okay to like what you like. Just don't let it take over your life.
Fair.
Moderation. Everything in moderation.
I think that's excellent advice. I also think that at a certain stage in your development, it will take over your life.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
When you're like developing self-identity, everyone sort of latches onto something.
Totally.
And, as I think it is important to like reinforce the hey, maybe mellow out. Be into several things. Please don't pin your entire personality and existence on one thing.
Yeah.
I think it's only natural for hopefully a short phase, but there to be a phase in life where you do kind of go through that because you're still trying to figure out who you are.
That's true.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that thing happen, but then through the lens of other things, or as time goes on, and then to see that happen, and maybe other people don't think that the person that it is yelling at them might be 12, and going through that.
Yeah, true.
The person yelling about Star Wars or their specific interpretation they're super into, they might be 11. That may just be the most important thing to them on the planet.
And that's where they're at right now.
Ah, God, I wish not. It's fascinating because that does beg another topic of is anonymity important on the internet? I think there's pluses and negatives. It's interesting to think about. I'm not going anywhere with that. That was it.
No, yeah, I think that I'm kind of all for more people acknowledging their identity on the internet and saying who they are, because I think with anonymity comes a lot of toxicity. I really do.
Yeah, but it also opens up a lot of vulnerability that people aren't necessarily comfortable with, and
that's kind of what I mean.
You want to get away with that? I mean,
I don't want people to because what it does is it gives people carte blanche to say whatever the fuck they want. So and again, free speech, you can totally say it, but when you're free speeching in public, right? You're outdoors. They can look you in the face. They know who you are. But when you're just on the internet,
I mean, I think in the perfect world, and if everyone shared our same views, then yeah, I'd agree with you. But I think it's not that, unfortunately. And so, you know, if you're very open about like, oh hey, I'm a 12-year-old, and this is like, you know, my second year on the internet, and I am obsessed with it. Like, please don't bully me. Like, people are gonna bully you. Like,
You're kind of right there.
I mean,
well, you learned that right away, though.
but like, I mean, I started my YouTube channel when I was 14. I didn't like make it clear that I was a kid until like at least 3 years in, and I didn't use my voice at all because I knew if I did, then people would like, you know, not watch me. Or
that's what I'm saying. You knew. You were aware.
Well, yeah. So I opted for anonymity.
Oh, sure, yeah, but I'm. Well, I guess what I'm saying is, well, you're different though. You're a content creator, and this is more of I'm like anybody can go anywhere and say anything, and that's totally fine. Again, but maybe own up to what you say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely agree with owning up to what you say.
Yeah. Like,
but I think nowadays, like the line between content creator and just like, because everyone curates their own brand and personality. It's just kind of like,
that's true.
You know, on your Twitter or on your whatever, I can't think about Instagram. I don't know. All the social medias. Like,
you're starting to sound like a boomer over here.
Whatever they are all nowadays. Everyone's like, you know, whatever you like is curated. You know, it's like that's part of who you are, and people that follow you are gonna, you know, be along for that ride. So
no, you're right. You're right. Well, it's this is an important lesson that I've thought many times about. I will teach my kids about the internet, which is whatever you say on the internet is going to live forever. So imagine that everything you put on the internet, whether or not it's a YouTube comment or it's Twitter, which in 15 years it won't be, but whatever you put out there is there forever. And if it gets deleted and it goes away forever, you're lucky. You are lucky. That's something that I don't know why I learned that early on the internet, but it's totally true. And also, like, people are growing up on the internet now, so they literally mature and they get better at who they are on the internet. But I don't know that in this culture right now people are allowed to do that. I'm not sure that they're allowed.
Yeah, there's definitely, I think it's getting better. I think kind of this upcoming, like, the Zoomer generation is like, I mean, I'm like on the border of that in many ways. So I don't even know if I can.
You're not a Zoomer.
Yeah, I am. I'm 1994, so I'm like within a year.
Zoomer.
Yeah, it is. Generation Z is like 95, I think. Look it up. We had this conversation like a week ago.
Because Autumn was born in 94 as well.
Oh.
She's not a Zoomer.
Are you sure, Bruce?
I'm positive.
I don't know.
We both talk about how we're millennials. I'll show you.
What are the years for it?
Mid to late 1990s.
Yep.
I don't know that 94.
I'm on the cusp.
I guess, that. Yeah, that could be considered just the cusp of mid.
I don't know about that one. Criken, you're no Zoomer.
95. See, 95's one.
You are no Zoomer. Hold on, let's look at millennials as well.
I told you I'm like within a year.
That means you're millennial.
Okay, I accept
know.
that, but
I guess I think for you it's like
that says to 1996.
To me Gen Z means that you have no recollection of pre-internet society, which I could see being born in 94 is pretty valid.
No, I do have. Yeah, no, I think you're right about that because I do have.
That's how I divide it in my head.
So with 1981 to 1996, a widely accepted definition.
Okay.
So by this definition,
you're on the cusp of that.
It would say you're millennial, but then
that's all I said. All I said was the cusp, and you.
I think you qualify as both.
You were trying to claim millennial.
I was not.
You cannot claim both.
I have dual citizenship.
You cannot.
I do.
You cannot claim both. You are not allowed. Either you're a millennial. Or you're a Zoomer.
First, we're on the old end of millennial.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, we are.
So it's like
you are on the cusp
of. Can't be.
We are, but I'm a millennial.
But
you're so quick to defend.
I know that's the joke. That's my favorite part of being of doing that. Even though I wouldn't. I'm nowhere close to boomer. But as soon as somebody says you're a boomer and you defend, no, I'm not a boomer.
Well, I've entirely lost my original point.
Yeah, what was your original point?
I don't remember.
I'm sorry.
I think it was. No, it's perfectly okay. I think you're right. I had to be called out on this because if I claimed one more time to be a Zoomer, I would be.
Are you telling your chat you're a Zoomer?
I'm not. I'm saying I have dual citizenship. I am a honorary Zoomer.
Chad, is he lying to you?
Sounds like he's lying. That means you need a consortium of Zoomers to sign off on you, then, right?
Sput is in my mind the Zoomer ambassador. He's the spokesperson for all Zoomers.
I think identifying his
username on our Discord is just Zoomer.
He's definitely a Zoomer.
He is the definition of a Zoomer.
I think it's like you can claim older, but if you want to buy into a younger group, they have to say it's okay. So like if
Okay,
I were to say
yeah.
I'm a Zoomer, I would need like 50,000 signatures to be accepted
Yeah.
into that community. And I think it scales up the older you get. So
Totally.
if I were 60 and say I'm a Zoomer, I'd have to have basically everyone on the planet sign off on that one. But it could be done.
I mean, you could be
I mean, it's an ongoing struggle. It's not like there's one. You're officially now a Zoomer. You have to work at it every day.
Boy, every
Oh,
day.
really?
You gotta uphold-
You can achieve Zoomer?
You got to uphold the standards of a Zoomer every day if you want to be considered one.
I gotta stop
I have
laughing
the
so
undercut.
much.
That's a Zoomer cut.
Yeah, you're already losing points
I
here.
gotta stop laughing so much. There's too much. Zoomers don't laugh. We already established that.
Yeah.
Zoomers don't laugh.
Wait, no. I thought it was. Wait, do millennials laugh?
We didn't talk about millennials.
Millennials-
Boomers laugh.
Millennials don't really have any. They're just kind of sad.
We're just dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Buried in debt.
but
There's no. You can't laugh because all the air is being forced out of your lungs all
Yeah.
the time.
Well, on Zoomers, they just do. That's it. That's all they do, right? Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm gonna work at being a Zoomer. I gotta talk to Sput more often.
Yeah. No.
Well, it's.
I've been having weekly calls with him where he educates me on whatever's new.
But the Zimmer
then
path
I
hasn't
can-
been laid yet. Like,
It's
if-
actively we're watching it happen.
We're watching
If-
it.
Okay,
happen right now.
Boomer is a Zoomer meme.
that's true, but like, yeah, that's a good point. But like, if college loan debt gets forgiven across the board, that's gonna change everything.
That'll
Yeah.
change all the Zoomers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll change all the Zoomers. The millennials, like some of us, like worked our asses off. I didn't mean to imply that if you have debt, you didn't by any stretch. But
Oh,
like,
no, yeah.
I feel like there was the generational hallmark of the boomers kind of getting, or sorry, the millennials getting fucked by the system as it was like laid for you. Zoomer, that could still change. Sorry, I'm getting.
I just want to make sure you don't knock over that Red Bull into
No,
my
it's
computer.
empty.
Oh, good. Okay.
How did you? When
Put
did
it
you
over
finish
there.
that?
I've just been sipping on it.
I didn't
He
notice
knocked
this
it out.
once.
You know
Quiet-
why?
quiet
He's a
drinker.
Zoomer.
He's a very quiet drinker.
He's a Zoomer.
Yeah, we get those energy drinks down. They got to be efficient.
Somebody in your chat said something about Zoomer. Damn it. Oh yeah,
That's all they're saying.
Use TikTok more. Are you on
Oh,
TikTok?
I'm not.
Are you on TikTok?
It's a mark, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I
I'm on
love
TikTok.
TikToks, though.
I haven't
They've
posted,
been
but
very
I
good.
look at it a lot.
I'm on TikTok all the time. That means I'm a Zoomer.
I don't think you can self-declare.
Why not?
Because I just self-declared and you gave me shit for the last 10 minutes.
All right, well, hold on. So then, who knights Zoom? So like,
Again, it's the
The council.
Yeah, the council of Zoomers.
which council? Who's on the council?
Sput. That's the only one I figured out so far. The rest are their identities
They're not
cloaked.
going to tell you.
I would say Sput, Selena Gomez,
Selena Gomez.
She
No,
was
she's
a
definitely a
little
millennial.
older.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish. Billie
Yeah,
Eilish.
Come on.
Billie Eilish.
She doesn't even know
Lil
who Van
Nas.
Halen is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, Lil Nas X, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess every. Oh, geez, every rapper that OD'd, I guess they
Oh, yeah,
they got like a.
Juice World, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, they got a banner hung up for all of them. And a lot of empty seats at that
I'm
table.
trying to think.
Temptation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, those are some good
Jake
ones.
Paul?
Jake
Oof.
Paul. I don't think
Jake- no.
I don't think Jake Paul's.
No, he's younger than me.
He led them.
Oh, is he?
He is.
Oh, okay.
But
Ninja's the honorary Zoomer. That's true.
No,
Ninja's
is
not
he?
a Zoomer.
well, he's no. He's the older one that the new Zoomer generation looks at like as like the old guard. You know,
The old Zoomer.
Yes, he's like the old talent that they all aspire to.
He
at some
leads
point.
them. He's
yeah,
the
exactly.
Pied Piper of the Zoomers.
He's the pipe. That is it. He's the Pied Piper. Okay, we're getting closer to the council. We have
Billie Eilish.
Ninja's the Pied Piper. We have Eilish. We've got Lil Nas. Sput.
Yeah. Have you met Sput, Lawrence?
I don't know if you met
Oh,
Sput.
I've no.
Sput's definitely a
He's
Zoomer.
a
I like his name,
character.
though.
100%.
I don't think Keanu can't
No,
be.
that doesn't-
Greta
yeah.
Thunberg's in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
Greta
yeah.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Greta Thunberg definitely.
She's on
is.
the younger end of Zoomer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, who else would be on the Zoomer council?
Oh man.
There's I mean like
Frankie Muniz, is he?
Who's like the top
Frankie
like TikTok?
Muniz. He's as old as we
Frankie
are.
guy's like 45.
Yeah,
but
Finn Wolfhard. There you go. And
Finn,
Millie
yeah.
Bobby Brown. Everybody
Okay,
from Stranger Things.
The entire Stranger Things cast. It's kind of a
do they only
slanted.
have one seat, or do they have? Do they have to like
They all
choose who goes
Yeah,
every week?
they all have to.
Tom Holland. Yeah.
Is he a Zoomer?
Tom Holland. Interesting.
Zendaya. She's up there.
Oh yeah, Zendaya.
Zendaya. Excuse me.
Zendaya for sure.
Michi.
Is Tom Holland born 1996? No, he's a millennial.
Ouch.
Oh no, wait.
Just barely. He's on the cusp too.
barely.
I mean, but Zendaya is like the same age, right?
I think you're right. I think Zendaya is the same age. Yeah, they were born almost.
I don't know who Zendaya is.
Spider-Man.
You're a boomer.
Yeah. Ouch.
How does that make me a boomer?
Also, Euphoria and HBO.
Yeah.
Come
Okay.
on, bro.
Michi.
Look, just because I'm not watching traditional media every day
You're a boomer.
doesn't mean I'm not.
Traditional. Actually, that means you're more of a Zoomer than
Exactly.
anyone else.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
don't even
I don't
watch
know.
Marvel
I-
movies.
I-
Too young for it.
Yeah, Marvel's old news, guys.
I disagree.
I watch new Blue's Clues, and that's it.
All right, well, we should stop there.
Apparently, everyone's thirsty about the new Blue's Clues guy.
What?
What?
That's it. Man.
Who's everyone?
All of
All the
us.
Zoomers.
We all decided.
Really?
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the
Yeah.
second picture.
Oh, there
Yep.
you go.
Yeah, no, the pictures got out. People
Those who
like,
think he's a hottie is very flattered.
well, that's nice.
That's
from
his
August.
Why is that in
definition.
the caption?
That's from August, you boomer.
Yeah, come on, it's old news, dude. Get
Old
with it.
news,
I
bro.
mean, old news for some. Pictures don't age, though.
Yeah, like we said, everything's on the internet forever.
Forever. Don't ever forget it.
Mhm.
Like this podcast will be. Somebody in your chat was like, they commented and said, this comment's going to disappear, and it won't.
Yeah.
You go back and
It's
watch
logged.
this VOD.
But the VODs disappear, and so chat goes with it, right?
No, because if I click on his name, there's a moderator application. I don't know if you have this. You can actually scroll back and see every comment that person's ever made.
Yeah, but so VODs only stay on Twitch for like 60 days or something like that?
Sure.
So once the VOD goes away...
Nope,
I'm
the
pretty
comment stays tied to their account. So right now, I could click on any one of you little fucks, and I could see what you've been saying about me.
You're starting to sound like a boomer.
sure- Is it across all videos they've ever commented on?
Every single stream.
Look at them all. They're
in
scared.
our
Oh
streams.
my
You made your
gosh.
chat
Oh yeah, they're scared.
You
They
made your chat
because they know
scared.
what they've been saying.
They're getting called out, damn.
Yeah.
All right, well, I got to remember that.
All right. Everybody remember, everything you say is on the internet forever.
And we're going to hold it against you.
On the internet forever, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye everyone.
Bye.